Wow, wasn't that a hot minute? All right, now it's time for us to infiltrate another community in Northern Ireland, and this week it's all about the proper noisy, jagged, distorted guitars. It may not be everybody's thing, but for a lot of people in Northern Ireland, it's a way of life. This is Northern Irish metal.
Hello, my name is Michael McKeegan and I play in Irish Rockers Therapy. Today I've been invited to lift the lid on the burgeoning Northern Ireland metal scene. There's only one place to start, down at the legendary Rock Club in Katy Daly's.
Basically, we started 4.5 years ago, and there was no real scene to speak of. There was no bars or venues that would cater for the type of music that we wanted to hear. So we approached Andy Annies with a view to doing a metal night on a Thursday, which proved to be very successful. From that, we got offers for touring bands, which we started doing late 2000, early 2001. Did a lot of big bands, Cathedral, Cannibal Corpse, bought a lot of big shows over here. Got involved with some of the better local bands, started managing them, arranging tours for them, arranging gigs, and just kind of snowballed from there. Because we are geographically very far away from the English scene, we've developed kind of all on our own. And the bands here, there's no one defining sound. In Northern Ireland, there's a lot of different types of bands and a lot of different types of sounds. And it's that whole kind of adversity thing which makes us try a lot harder and work a lot harder to make them successful.
And obviously you guys are looking to the future because you've just started a label.
That's right. We signed Stand Up Guy, who are, by this time will have released their first album. And it's basically the next plank in our kind of plan for world domination, pretty much. We took Stand Up Guy to Scandinavia just last year and did some very successful shows in Finland and Norway and places like that. And that's what bands are starting to do now. They're starting to look much further afield and be more professional. Proper CDs, proper artwork, arranging their own tours, and that's the thing about Northern Ireland right now. It's a good creative pool and it's very productive.
Okay, joined here by two young men that know the rock distortion budget gigs very well, Ryan and Dee from Involutions. Basically, if you're going to describe your music to someone that's never heard it in simple terms.
Our music's a straightforward heavy metal sound mixed with a more contemporary and melodic rock sound.
So today I've been doing loads of interviews with people in bands and people in the scene, but it's been mostly males.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a band knocking about Ballymoney. There's one, the singer is a girl, and she's the only girl who's actually, active in a band on the metal scene that I know of. A while ago, there was a band called Malcreath, and they were female fronted. But it's fantastic to see a girl, a female in the metal scene. It just gives it such a difference. It's really fantastic.
It stops it getting all macho and
it stops it becoming, yeah. Gives you something to look nice when you're going on stage, It's like, oh, I gotta look nice for this one. It does smell good,
Okay, folks, well, we're going to check out some more of the hot new Belfast metal talent. And where else best to do it? You're in the mighty Rosetta Bar, a legendary rock venue in Belfast for many, many years. I believe the likes of Jane's Addiction to Creator have all played in here, so let's go and see what the lads have to say.
I think there is a common bond there because I think people who listen maybe to this type of music all have the same sort of psychological profile. We're all into maybe similar things, and yeah, I don't think I've ever met a metaler who's too far removed from myself.
There seems to be a very healthy local scene, and one of the reasons people reckon is due to the internet and stuff like that. I know, Kieran, you're involved in the Metal Ireland forums.
Nobody's perfect. There has been a resurgence of late, but like you said, it always has bubbled under. But I just think the great thing about metal in Northern Ireland in particular at the moment is the diversity and the wealth of different talent that's out there, and you got so many bands who just don't even sound the same and yet who are all of such high standard, writing such great music, It's a good time to be metal in Northern Ireland.
And you guys have got an album up your sleeve?
We have an album forthcoming. We're looking at a sort of October, November kind of deadline for that one. We've got a little 7-inch coming out just for 2 tracks. We wanted to do something experimental, something a bit off the beaten track, and John was very kind in giving us the opportunity to do that. We're actually just out of the studio, you know, a couple of hours ago there today, and we're really happy with how it's coming on. It's just great to have something on vinyl. Any asshole can have a CDR, but to have a vinyl is maybe something a little more special.
So we've just heard that Hex have got a record coming out. I'm here with John, the label boss, and his bandmate Chris, who's also playing the band called Aftermath. So just start with John. The fact that the label's first release is by an English band, does that show an ambition maybe to, you know, move outside the local scene?
I think people could start to think maybe more on a sort of on a higher level, think away from Belfast, you know, and think of the scene as a whole. But I think the island mentality will always be here, do you know what I mean? And there'll always be this intention of bands will be put in a position where they have to do things for themselves because nobody else will do anything for them.
The likes of the Distortion Project, John's record label, there's Invictus and Sentinel down south. With those types of things happening, it is getting bands from Ireland out there.
I think heavy metal as a whole is just coming up to a peak again. And there's a lot of younger bands starting to play in the Belfast scene, which is brilliant. People have always thought the heavy metal is an inferior sort of form of music or something. And I can never understand it because it's really, it's really powerful music, you know. It really gets to you. Like, people don't give it enough credit, you know.
It's who you are, you know what I mean? It's metal just gets into you, and then it defines your character. I mean, it's hard to separate myself from metal. You know what I mean? It's doing the same thing.
It's a very non-conformist style of music. When you become into heavy metal, it's not just something that's very casual that you could buy singles and not really think too much about. It's you envelop the whole thing of being a metaler.
It's just in the blood. Metal's in the blood, and it always will be. You will never forget it. If you grew up on it, you'll never forget it. It sustains you through times of great joy and terrible sadness, you know, and it'll always be there no matter what else you'll choose to listen to. Metal is in the blood and will remain so.